Now to the other big story we're following. The ride-sharing company Uber has confirmed the man who allegedly went on a deadly rampage in Kalamazoo, Michigan, is one of their drivers. Police arrested 45-year-old Jason Dalton early this morning. He's accused of shooting and killing 6 people and injuring 2 others. Many people on social media have claimed Dalton was working just hours before the random shooting took place. According to police, the massacre started Saturday night at an apartment complex where the suspect shot and injured 1 woman outside her home. Hours later, a father and son were shot and killed at a car dealership. The suspect then killed 4 others, police say, in a Cracker Barrel parking lot. Police say they later found a weapon in Dalton's car and are now searching his house for clues.
As to a motive, that's one of the things that we're working hard to try and establish. At this point, the connection between these 3 incidents, between these 3 cases, is the defendant, is Mr. Dalton. There is no connection that we're aware of between the 3 different sets of victims to each other or any of the victims to Mr. Dalton. They appear to have been chosen at random because they were available. There was no struggle. Mr. Dalton did not fight with the police or present a challenge with a weapon or anything like that. So I would expect, based upon the information I anticipate, we'll get all of the reports. We'll make sure that we review all of the reports in order to make a fair assessment of the evidence that we have. But 6 counts of murder, 2 counts of assault with intent to commit murder, 6 counts of felony firearm, and then we'll see from there.
Matt Horace is a former police officer and executive with the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. He joins us now on the phone. So, Matt, what do we know about how police were able to get the situation under control, how they were able to find this suspect and take him into custody without anybody else being hurt?
Well, Lane, as you know, most active shooter incidents happen within seconds, if not minutes. In this case, this incident expanded over the course of several locations in and around the town. So while that is a bad thing, it enabled police to be able to track where the suspect was going, hopefully get CCTV camera footage, get eyewitness accounts and witness accounts, and that led police ultimately to arrest the suspect.
What do you make of the capture? We just heard the prosecuting attorney say Mr. Dalton didn't put up a struggle.
Well, you know, every incident is uniquely different, and it's going to be days, if not weeks, before we probably determine a motive, why he did it, what was his motives, what were his motives, and he, at the end of the day, he was caught and he gave up. So we didn't have to get into an enraged incident and a gun battle, and that's a good thing.
What do you make of the fact that there's been some chatter, and of course we're still working to confirm these details on CBS News, but there's been some reporting that he may have been picking up and dropping off some people as an Uber driver over the course of this rampage?
Right. Well, I think, you know, over the next 24 hours, I'm sure we'll get some confirmation of that. I'm sure the authorities will work with Uber, the company, to try to determine what his purpose and what his focus was, where he was going, and why he was there. But, you know, at the end of the day, this was a psychopathic incident committed by a psychopathic killer.
As law enforcement searches Dalton's residence for clues, what sorts of things are they going to be zeroing in on?
Well, you know, initial reports are saying where the neighbors are all saying that they had no idea that he was the type of person that would do this. So they're going to be interviewing any and everyone who had access to him. They're going to be talking to people at his employ and talking to his immediate family to try to find out what types of stresses he was under, what types of stresses the family might have been under. Was he taking medication for mental illness and those sorts of things? What kind of views was he espousing, and what drove him to commit this crime? And over the course of the next several days, I'm sure more will become clear as investigators complete their interviews.
Yeah, still very early in the investigation. Matt Horace, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a great day.